Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Joy. This is my April update for my Panda Palette 2022. I am working on this Revlon color stay, not just nudes, and this is the romantic nudes variant. There are 10 eyeshadows here, and the goal of this project is for me to hit pan on all of the eyeshadows. I started this project at the start of the year, and this is what it looks like right now. So I'll also insert a photo for you to see what it looks like when I started. So as you can see, when I started, there are no pan showing on any of the eyeshadows, but it looks that I've used it already. And that's one of the reasons why I actually selected this eyeshadow palette for my Panda Palette 2022. Now let me give you my update on each eyeshadow, just like what I did in the previous months, and what you are seeing beside the eyeshadows will be what it looks like last month. So for the first eyeshadow, I used this 10 times in April, and as you can see, I've expanded the pan. For the second eyeshadow, I've used this 3 times only, and I managed to expand the pan as well. This is one of the eyeshadows I've used a lot in this project. So this is the second eyeshadow. The first eyeshadow, I will tell you what it is later. For this third shade, this is the least used eyeshadow in this project. I've only used that in total 4 times. And the most number of times I've used this in April is 3 times. So as you can see, I've only used most of it in the month of April. This one, I think it's kind of easy to hit pan on this one comparing to the 4th shade, but it's just not a shade I have figured out how to use yet. And obviously, I wouldn't have figured it out yet, given that I've only used that 4 times. Now for the 4th shade, this one, I don't think you can tell that there's a slight dip there. Yeah. But this one, I've used that 9 times in April, and total number of uses is 16. So that is one of the reasons why I still haven't hit pan on that or even have a dent on that one. There's no dip there. Now for this 5th shade, if I remember it right, this is the first shade that I hit pan on, and I've used it 8 times. And this one, if I continue to use that, I know I can easily expand the pan of this one. I believe if we look at what it looks like last month, it looks like I've made I've expanded the pan a bit. Now moving on to this shade, so this is the 10th shade. I've used this 9 times. I've used that 9 times in the month of April. I intend to continue using this one even though I don't like this shade until I hit pan on that one, and I think I'm almost there. Now what I learned how I can make this look fine is that I need to mix this with a red shade. So usually I would put in a red eyeshadow first, a maroonish shade, and then red or maroon shade, and then I will put this on top of that shade, and it looks acceptable to me. There. Total number of uses for this one is 39. So I've used this quite a lot because this is the 5th most used eyeshadow in this palette for this year. For this 9th shade, so this is a very pale pink shade. I did not use this in the month of April, so you can tell, looking at what it looks like last month, that it doesn't look like I've used it. I didn't expand the pan, so no difference. Now for this 8th shade, I finally have hit pan on this one. I think I've hit pan on this on my 25th or 24th usage, because I've used this 28 times in the month of April. And this is the most used eyeshadow. It doesn't look like I've used this a lot actually when I started the project, but I've actually used this a lot. So these two, it looks like they are the same in terms of how they are pressed in the palette. So it may take me a while to hit pan on this one. yeah, it's not so promising because the eyeshadows left are something not easy for me to hit pan on. But anyway, so this one, I've hit pan on in the month of April, 28 uses. For this shade, so this is the 7th shade, I've only used this 3 times, and it looks like I've expanded the pan a bit as well. I've used this in total 48 times. So I've used this a bit more than this one. But I think I will end up using this more than this because I haven't hit pan on this one yet. This is one of the shades I also don't enjoy using. Apart from this is another shade I don't like. Not so much. But this one, I really don't like the shade. Now for this 6th shade, which I enjoy using, I have used this 12 times. So among the 10 eyeshadows here, this one I enjoy the most. And I have finally hit pan on that one. I've used this in total 28 times in this project. So apart from this one, another shade I actually enjoy using is this first shade. I didn't enjoy it as much as at the start, but eventually I started loving this eyeshadow. Yeah, so there are 2 eyeshadows in here at least I enjoy. This one also, the 5th shade, I found a way to make it look nice, but I'm using this together with a palette that I'm working on in my years of usage eyeshadow project pan. So that's my update for April for this Panda Palette 2022. I have 3 eyeshadows left that I still have yet to hit pan on. I am confident I can hit pan on this one. I just need to focus on this. And then this one, hopefully when I give you my update, I've already made a dip on that one. And then I'm thinking by either starting June or by the end of June, after 6 months, I'll probably work on another palette as part of the Panda Palette 2022 because I've already hit pan on most of the eyeshadows. I'm optimistic by the end of June, definitely I've already hit pan on 8 eyeshadows. So I can start working on something else. So yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!